Ladies, gentlemen, esteemed non-binaries, and furs, Trashkin, all. Good evening and welcome to Trash Tier Gaming, and I'm already deep in it.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
I thought you were dead.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death.
That sounds tormented. Why are we speaking?
I believe in civility among seasoned warriors. And I find your ear worthy of my words.
Such a refreshing
My
approach.
claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle.
Sorry to break
I
your streak.
therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
Well, thank you. You've certainly put up the best fight of any dragon I've seen in a long while.
Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you.
If it's in my power to do, and not outside the bounds of reason, I'll consider it.
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Carin in unintended service to the ideal masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there.
How can I begin to make that happen?
I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more.
So how can I help?
I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum.
Just call your name, that's all?
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
Understood.
There was a time when I called Tamriel my home, but those days have long since passed. The Dova roamed the skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battles.
You're a part of all that?
I was. But unlike some of my brethren, I sought solutions outside the norm in order to maintain my superiority. I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Gillan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy.
So you sought the
The
care.
ideal masters assured me that my powers would be unmatched. That
Well,
I
you
could
are a
raise
spectacle.
legions of the undead.
You are unique among
In
dragons.
return, I was to serve them as a keeper until the death of the one who calls herself Valerica.
They didn't tell you she was immortal, huh?
I discovered too late that the ideal masters favor deception over honor, and had no intention of releasing me from my binding.
Yeah, some real
They
loophole
had
Larrys.
control of my mind, but fortunately they couldn't possess my soul.
So, you're free?
Free? No. I have been here too long, Quanarin. The Soul Carin has become a part of what I am. I can never fully call Tamriel my home again, or I would surely perish. I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there, through your call. In my language, the Quanarin is the vanquisher, the one who has bested a fellow Dova in battle.
Fellow
You
Dova.
are the Dova King, the Dragonborn. You may not be one of us in body, but you have earned the right to bear this title.
I really don't need any more titles. Thank you all the same. Well, happy roosting to you, dear friend. I'll see you on the other side soon. I did not know I could summon a dragon. Nobody told me. Alright, let's see. So from here over toward where we picked that up, there should be a tower. I took one look at it and thought, nope. Just nope. Somewhere around here. Ish. Is that next soul piece. The next soul gem piece. And, Trashkin, we're pretty close to complete here, so, I'm not leaving the Soul Carin until I get it. However long that takes, whatever I gotta murder. Up the way we go. Fragment, vigorous hearing, greater soulstone, creeper cluster. Thank you. You can keep that staff of mage light though. All right. One more and we done. Ish. Reminds me. Before I forget. I don't want to do it all twice. But yeah, you can exchange greater soul gems here at 4 different spots for black soul gems by fighting a horde of baddies. If you feel like it. Nobody can make you put that grand soul gem you picked up in there. I have no idea what harvesting souls does. Think of it. Yeah, we got 50 free. You got enough for 2 items. I should really figure out what the hell that guy has in stock. Ah, there we are. There's our goal. Alright, first things first. Let's make sure I didn't pick it up by accident. Nope, we need the third. Okay. Now, according to the map, it should be in there. Now that I understand how doors work here. Yeah, that's not reading as a soul fisher. Fair enough. Unless I'm mistaken, up there should be what I'm after. Was I done goofed again? Nope. Nope. So I gotta up there. Alright, I can't jump from there. Okay. That seems like a whirlwind sprint puzzle if ever I've seen one. I can adapt to game. Adapt. Overcome. At least if I had to guess. And I do.
Lord, the cast!
Nothing. Maybe that one? I mean, I assume it's a teleport solution. No. Well, how in the world am I to get from there to there? Alright. Gotta get our noggin jogging track. Derp. I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. Elemental Fury, please. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Must be a safe way back down. Ah. Safe enough. Alright. Well, there's the first problem. Free Reaper shards in hand. Now we just follow the road this way, according to the map, if I have read this correctly, and I am in fact, yes, we're pointed south. Excellent. Just gotta do a little scrapping. Hey, friend. Just stay in the ground. Sir, please. No fighting. This is a war field. You took out one. Nice work.
Done and done.
Okay. That's where we're headed. Oh, nothing for us there. Plenty for us here. No doubt more ahead. I wonder if anybody's counted the number of soul husks available. Up a little east, or a little west of where I meant to be. Maybe over here? I mean, it seems fancy, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Alright then. What about you? Oh, right, you were where that one was. Alright, well, let's follow the path for a bit. Maybe I'm missing something obvious. I mean, I've missed obvious things before. It's kind of a recurring problem. I don't think that's the spot, but I'll head there anyway. Hold on. What about you? Oh no, that's where I sneaked something, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's another lightning rod. Yeah, sure, why not?
My
Almost time for another rank.
Done and done.
Oh, man. Picked up a bow. Ah, so it destroys it. Okay. Fascinating. Well, little memento while I bring up the map, Trash. So if I'm reading the map correctly, I should be due east of it.
I wish you could see this.
And it's just a bit past. Yeah, where we picked up the raftmen. Oh, that's south, not where we're going. We'll just keep meandering west until something catches the eye. I assume it'll be obvious once I find it. Well, that doesn't look like it. I assume I'll know it when I find it. Ah. Where's the raft? Okay. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm missing several somethings here. So only free shards. We have the free shards. Well, time to check the guide, Trashkin. Uno momento. Alright, so apparently it has an entrance that'll be marked on the map when I find it. So I guess I just gotta meander a little bit more. Apparently I was meandering in the wrong direction. Hello.
I live in a dark world where
Yes.
no light shines through. I carry this burden with every step I take.
You might say it was dark all day. Alright, enough gunship references, me. Aha! There it is. I was just in the wrong direction. Well, come on then!
The sooner we deal with my father.
Hold on. I want to check these. Ooh. You know, this guy has butt taste in weaponry. Absolute Philistine, I tell you. Yoink. Now, I'm kind of curious to see what kind of ghostly wares our erstwhile merchant has. You might say the savings are spooktacular. Okay, that's my one. I'm pretty sure. I might come up with something better, though. I make no promises. Hello.
Miss my homeland, but I know that there are plenty of other adventures I've had over the years, but you'll just have to, considering the state I'm in, I'd say that option. Besides, this This is the most peace and quiet I've had in a lifetime.
Well,
There's no one around to disturb me and distract me from my writing.
that is
Present
so...
company accepted, of course.
well,
I'm glad
thank
If you
you.
can think of any juicy details to add to my work, let me know.
Will do. If I ever pop back in. Thanks for the locket. Appreciate you, buddy. It's the nicest locket I've found. You know, Trashkin, I did honestly dread this section. You know, the atmosphere's not great. I didn't understand anything. There were no supplies. Like, there's no crafting stations. I was terrified. Of course, I was also a lot less skilled at Skyrim when I first got here. Not that much more skilled, but I understand certain things now. Actually, come to think of it, being scared of running out of potions was what drove me to learn restoration magic a little bit. Not enough to get good at it. I hear tell the fast way to level that up is to pick up a turn lesser undead. And just keep recasting it at skeletonies. Alright. I think we're about to our dealer. I mean... merchant. Alright. Oh, which reminds me, now that we know how that works... Wait. Yeah, I've been there. Wait, no, I hadn't. You know what? Actually, you know what? We're counting that as a glitch. We're counting it as a glitch because clearly one of them does disappear when struck, the others do not. Bethesda, you've had more than a decade to code that in. Come on! I was gonna let it slide, but...
Well, let's just say, how in the name of Zenith are we? You got it. I used to be one of the best.
Anything left?
And what exactly are you?
I have souls.
The only bring me, say, odds and ends. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal. If you have the husks.
Uno momento, Trashy. Excuse me. Upon consulting the big damn site of Elder Scrolls, it's all random, so I'll take 2 spell tomes.
Sure, here you go.
Grand
Can't
healing.
understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good.
God damn.
Come on, let's go home.
Marvin, I got
Well,
these
I've
25
been so
souls
busy,
burning a
I don't
hole in
know.
my,
What,
I
are
guess,
you kidding
spirit.
me?
Spell tome.
Sure, here you go.
Flame cook.
Can't understand a word of it.
Alright. Spell tome. Oh. It did remind me to learn Summon the Boneman.
If this won't
Maybe
home,
it will do
sooner we
you
deal
some
with my
good.
father.
Basically, it'll grant you a random spell below Master. Being a mage is real expensive, Trashkin, so I'm telling you right now, you're either going to want to start a side business in trading or thieving before you get to those tuition fees at Winterhold. Oh right, we got to run to Winterhold. I'd almost completely forgotten. I really need to start keeping notes. I can't just, you know, count on the footage to turn out every time and check that. Well... Is that a candle up there? Seems like. Oh no, that's a skull. It's a sad, sad skull. Laton. Now, come to think of it, this kind of implies our friend isn't the only dragon that got stuck here. So Soul Harvest also gives us husks. Odd choice, but fair enough. I think maybe they were supposed to be a different resource, but they didn't get around to it. Also, why not make it clear and say soul husks? Speaking of, since I still got carry cap, I'll be taking all of that.
Oh, what is it? Dexian said something about that scroll. What was it? Something to do with dragons, I think. Maybe we should try asking at the College of Winterhold. Sounds like something they'd know about.
We might. Incidentally, Archmage, how's it going? I mean, they say Archmage. Am I really that talented in magic? No. But I'm good enough with daggers, you might question it. Wait. I remember there was a shortcut here. What? It's less firewood that I have to chop personally. There we go. And I'm gonna need bolts eventually. No, I remember the shortcut elsewhere. Okay. And we keep it moving. Remember, as you work your way out of any given dungeon, take a minute to pick your way through the corpses and double check your work. It's a very nice effect. Because you never know what you miss in the heat of combat, or the urge to finish the damn dungeon because it's been 2 hours and you're still here for some reason. Why not? Oh, there's a pole chain there. Huh. Go figure. Whoops. Just because I wear a silly grin the moment that you walk in. Yoink. And there we go. Boop. Just in case. There we are. I didn't get around to searching you, did I? Alright. Alright. Like, what did that do? I don't remember. Oh, right. I'm like, this place had so many dining halls. Right, this away. This away. That away. You know, it's weird when you get lost in a dungeon because it's like, alright, when was the last time I was through here? Why do I have no memory of the last 4 hours I played this game? Ah, man, I was hoping for some more free firewood. Home free. We're very, very fortunate. Not you. Not you. You! Rifting, Markarth. Alright. Don't think we can fast travel a Winterhold. But they can drop us off in Dawnstar for the boats. Keep it going that direction. If I wait. Like, if I remember correctly. Oh, right. Ah, there we go. There we go. Took me a minute. Alright, out we go.
It's so
Yeah, so it is. Which reminds me. Let's make our friend's day. Well, I have free dragon souls, so... Nothing. Alright, fair enough. Anything interesting down there? No? Fair enough. Alright. Well, back to the mundane world, I do suppose. As mundane as the section of the world that's under attack by dragons gets. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. As far as a change in pace as that was, I kind of wish they'd done a little more of that. They didn't really seem to get comfortable with, you know, these little microcosms until the very end of Skyrim proper. Alright. Well, we got a long walk to Winterhold. Make east. Good long while. And eventually we'll get there. I suppose I've been ducking long rides again. So I suppose we were due. Alright. Just ride our way out to the college. Suppose it's been a while since I've been to Winterhold, huh? Maybe I should do a little study work while I'm there. Then again, I could always leave a little something to round up at the end of the game. For the victory lap before I finish up the mainline quest, no doubt. Would you look at that skyline? What little you can see of it. Oh, it reminds me of home, sweet home, the land of snow and cheese. Though, I'll put Wisconsin's cheese up against Skyrim's any day of the week. Really, northern Skyrim is just Wisconsin to me. Okay, it's got nothing in common with Wisconsin. But, look, go for a stroll along the Great Lakes sometime and tell me you don't see some resemblance. Alright, fine, we don't have mountains, but, I'm telling you, we have a similar body of large cold water. In fact, we got two. Alright. Well, we're nearly to Solitude. How's it going, Horker? You know, usually I've been attacked by at least one snow leopard by now. Excuse me, one snowy saber cat. Well, I suppose we could cross here. Or I could actually save myself some time and trouble and cross here. All right. To the shallows. We can hit the house, drop some of the fresh loot, be back on the road in no time. It's all gonna work out. Yeah, this looks like the right spot. Well, I meant to avoid swimming a long ways, but... Oh, that's just me making splishy splashy noises. Oh no, there's actually slaughterfish out here. Huh. Slaughterfish are not faster than my horse. Good to know. Alright. Just dip south from here. Come to think of it, it's been ages since I've checked in on my fishery. Probably let it go to pot. Foxo, do not help yourself to those fish, friend. You can help yourself to any of the other fish, but the fish in that net is my fish. It's hard to raise those from eggs, don't you know? To wait whole days. Well, the cow's finally replaced. Shame I can't replace the chickens. Well, one quick round of item management. Oops. I tried reading an Elder Scroll, Trashkin, and that's what happens, apparently. No, let's let our erstwhile vampire companion catch up.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for your friend?
You know damn well I'm not finding any trouble in my own home, blah. Think he took a sharp blow to the head during our one adventure. I blame myself. Well, off to the college. No time to waste. Well, I tried to read the Elder Scroll Blood, and wouldn't you know it, I was struck blind. Temporarily, fortunately. For a second, I'm like, is that an armored horse just out in the wild? No matter what, I always seem to wind up on the North Shore, riding for Windhelm or Winterhold. The longer you play, the less things change, I suppose. You get your favorite routes, your favorite side quests. The more you learn, the more narrow your world becomes, and every now and again, you find yourself doing something completely different and learning something entirely new when you break off of that hard ingrained habit. Which is a good thing for the most part. Though, every now and again it's mildly frustrating or upsetting. You gotta build out, Trashkin. You gotta build out. Up is for when you're out of space. Well, it was the brightest idea to run the Narrows, but... Ah! Down near there. That was a blink. Shadowmere got some jam. Yeah, we're down near there. I don't know what I did different. Certainly feels different. That poor mage, Trashkin. Let this be a lesson. Don't attempt Flame Cloak till you're good and sure you can get it right. I never spot Talos hanging out there. Well, it's an excellent place for a statue, I do suppose. Got a natural draw, but I was always on business, I suppose. Feels like record time for me. You can't find the path, make one. I don't usually get lost in whiteouts in this game, but... well, I suppose this is the first time for everything. Alright, step 1 done. Step 2. I imagine hit the Arcanium. The Arcarium. Hit the books. There we go. Archmage's quarters? What could be helpful in the Archmage's quarters? Oh, the route to the Arcanium. Okay, that makes more sense. There you are.
All this knowledge might have been lost were it not for you.
Well, I mean, I'm happy to help. I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about?
Yes. Tell me more.
I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true, even the falsehoods. Especially the falsehoods.
Huh. So,
it would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense.
The Elder Scrolls simply
are. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad.
Huh. Alright. So do you have one I can use?
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
I beg to differ, but I need help finding one.
I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have are plenty of books. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
Well, it's the best I can do.
All right, then. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Hey,
Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand.
This Ruination's book is incomprehensible.
Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. There are more books to be recovered and secured in the Arcanium. Some other time, then. Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long.
Where'd he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Oof. Well. Serena.
Oh, what is it?
Does it bother
I
you?
can't say it surprises me. I kind of figured we were heading for this someday.
Fair.
I just didn't know when.
Will it be hard for you?
I've been assuming that's where all this is going.
Fair.
I've been trying to make my peace with it. Come on, we can talk about this another time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Heaven knows I wouldn't want to talk about it. Wrong Skyrim door. I wonder why the system always directs you to the indirect door to get you to the Arcanium, rather than the direct door. Perhaps a glitch in the preferences? Or the order of prioritization? I'm curious if data miners have figured that one out. Oh well. Alright. Somewhere in the ice fields, he said. Oh. Nearby. Well, down the way we go. I apologize, we're gonna have to get a little damp. Well, hopefully Shadowmere can keep the town secure. It's one horse, but he's a hell of a horse. It's not every horse that makes it into the Dark Brotherhood, I tell you that. God only knows what he's done with those hooves. And what with only, let's see, me, Babette, Cicero, Nazim, surviving the previous instance of the Dark Brotherhood, I dare say I need to keep him in top shape. Yeah, there's only 6 survivors, counting Shadowmere. How you doing, boys? Don't mind me. I'm just on a survey. Incidentally, could you tell me how many fish you consume in a day? Okay, be that way. There we are. So we're about to talk to a hermit who may or may not be crazed by studying the Elder Souls, or the Elder Scrolls. It hasn't been heard from in years. Surely nothing can go wrong. Hello.
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex.
What brings you
The
here?
ice entombs the heart. The bane of Kagranak and Degother. To harness it is to know the fundaments. The Dwemer lockbox hides it from me. The Elder Scroll gives insight deeper than the deep ones, though, to bring about the opening.
You've been
I
Elder
have
Scroll?
seen enough to know their fabric, the warp of air, the weft of time. But no, it is not in my possession.
You all right?
Oh, I am well. I will be well. Well to be within the will inside here.
So, Scroll.
Well here as in this plane. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby. Relatively speaking.
Could I get some specifics?
On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
I'm tempted to go with Don't Make Me Argue. However, they are clearly not in full control of her faculties, so can you help me or not?
One rock lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return.
Which is? What do you want?
You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot. Lucky then they left behind their own in the depths of Black Reach. One
Son of
yet
a-
lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept.
Where is it?
Deep below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mazak. Oftand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
Okay, how?
Two things I have for you. Two shapes. One edged, one round.
Star in a circle, got
The
it.
round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know. The deepest doors of Dwem. To glimpse the Dwem. Place the lexicon in. You look to your left. You see one way. You look. But the Eld. Sometimes they even look up. What? Ooh. This inside is. But someone. The scroll. For not even the strongest
Yeah, you really
machinations
shouldn't
of the
open that,
Dwemer
buddy.
Can hold off the all-sight given by an Elder Scroll.
Ah, Boethius proving. Fire salts. Yeah, I'm amazed you're still alive, honestly. I was expecting to find a corpse and lift your notes from it. Good for you. Should, probably tell our favorite librarian you're still alive and have some food sent out. Probably got some malnutrition going on. Ah, another long walk. Alright, let's get it over with. Nothing else, we're getting to this tower. How's our one-handed doing? $57. Not bad. Well, moving right along. Moving right along. Sorry, Trashkin. I had to check the record time. Make sure I didn't spin another hour or another hour and a half before I remembered. Tend to run extra long. Well, extra long isn't always the greatest thing for views and watch time, I do suppose. I'm sure some folks will come to enjoy the format, but not everyone does. You can't please everyone. Sometimes you gotta go with your gut. Sometimes your gut is at the lunch. It happens. You take notes, you try again. That's YouTubing. There's one thing I've said in 3 years of YouTubing, Trashkin. I'd like to remind you all, nobody knows what they're doing on YouTube. We're all just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping. And you can be throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping too. Why, for the low price of have PC and am able to learn OBS and Shotcut. Well, dag nabbit, Trashkin, I didn't crash, but the game decided to minimize itself. Oofta. That's a weird one. Seems to be our day for odd bodkin glitches, I suppose. I should have taken Shadow Mirror. Hey, I finally managed to walk by ore without being consumed by the desire to gather. Okay, Wolf, you keep gathering your dinner, and we'll have no problems. Alright, fine. You're welcome, Caribou. Hope you appreciate it. I want you to have a long life. Don't you go dying now. Probably gonna run into the first snow leopard or snow saber cat. Or ice bear it finds. Oh, plenty of Foxo around here. Healthy population. Foxo? Man, I wanted to know how much you eat in rodent weight. I tell ya, these ecological surveys, Trashkin, they take forever, especially with predators. You're lucky if you're able to get the first question of the survey out. Nice, I should take care of that ice raft. Yoink. I could just go get him, but I think it's funner if I find him in the field. Oh hey, I'm actually where I need to be. Strange there's no excavation effort here. I mean, look at all this Dwemer nonsense. Ah. Alright. Let's get down to Blackreach.
Where did you come from? Who's there?
The vet.
That'll teach you.
Spider worker. I'll happily take that oil. You keep your metal. Well, looks like there was. Come on. Okay, wrong bed. It is odd there's a dead fisherman here. Oh, okay. Just the zombo. Oh, somehow am I supposed to do this? Dude. Would you mind? Trying to use my head here. I know I'd be bemoaning my re-existence too if I were a zombo, but a little consideration for the living. Yeah, why not? Oh dear. Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. Yoink. Fascinating. Oh, there's plenty of I'm not interested in right now. So I'll just carry away. Good sir. I'll just carry away. Lucky yes. Keep throwing steel at me. I'm like, no, Elven are better. Get out. A neutral adept block. Again. Alright. Well, this is a fine and dandy beacon. Yeah, this I kind of want to see. Ah, we've wound up. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, down we go. Right, that's the way I came. Well, that's a dead end.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
There's certainly a rich storehouse for those of you low on ye old Dwemer. Metal, that is. Does this actually lead to the next section? I suppose I gotta traverse over land. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but okay.
Let's get indoors.
Well, I'm right there with you, champ, but first I gotta find my way in. Oh, hell's bells! It's in there. Okay, game. Better not You better not be joking. Oh. What? What? Sincerely? Okay, game, I'm getting a little annoyed with you. It's markers for the birds. Fortunately for me, fire is but a minor annoyance. Transcribe the lexicon. Ah, okay, that makes slightly more sense. Alright, Trashkin, I'm taking a brief break to consult the guide. Figures out because I am coming. It is all Greek to me at the moment, which tells me I need a little break. So Trashkin, I'm gonna get my act together and be right back. Alright, Trashkin, turns out I found an extended treasure room is what I found. I was just a gully off, if you would. I'm pretty sure this is the right spot. There's several ones, as it turns out. It looks like this is the return path. Well, I bet if I just follow the carnage, I'll get where I need to be. Ah, there we are. You can keep your dwarven metal, I'm good. Looks like they had a pretty good setup until something went very, very wrong. Quite wrong. Alarmingly wrong. And it involved a loot. Oh dear.
Where is it? I know you were trying to keep it for yourself, Cesar. You always try to keep it for yourself. No. Shut up. Shut up. Always try.
see him. Strange. I suppose I shouldn't go picking fights that I don't need to. Sound like he's coming from the left, but well, sounds do strange things in these old spots. Keep your scrap. If I need it, I'll be back. Yoinkus. Yoinkus. We already have drummer inquiry. Thank you. No obvious way through here. Plenty of soul gems around here, though. Well, free ultimate health potion's free ultimate health potion. That's just good planning. Pulling plenty of common souls today.
What? Who is this, brother? Another of the smooth skins looking for food? Yes.
Yeah, why not? Racers, helmet. Ah, just. That's wit's end. I signed Jar and myself up for this expedition to try to get him clean of skooma. I brought a small supply to bring him down slowly, but the storm has had us trapped in the glacier for weeks. The others have not yet caught on that the one with fur should not shake so much from the cold, but I've run out of little skooma I bought. Jar is pretty bad. He's started hallucinating creatures coming out of the ice and runes. The others are starting to think maybe he may be behind Vali's disappearance, but I know he would never do something like that. That is tragic. You're a good brother, John. Nothing ominous about that clanging. Mincing blood leading to the barred off doorway. Solo seems to think they found a way through that. trying to cut him out of the discovery. To press on, manage to break through into another section of the ruins. And on Kurai, where the dwarves would produce their automatons. We learned the hard way the metal creatures are still alive in there, and it hasn't improved Yog's move at all. She holds that the Kaji brothers aren't involved with the disappearances, and has been keeping a hard eye on Sola. The rations have all but run out. We are going to have to decide soon whether we brave the storm or try to push further into the ruins. I don't know if the echoes of screams I've heard in my sleep are those of our missing comrades or my own nightmares.
Where'd you come from?
Oil, boats, I'll take that grater. I see. Okay. Ugh, two-handed damage. No use of that. Training, hide armor. Yeah, I'll stick to the ready cash. Thank you. Ah.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from?
I wonder what Dwarven World's actually composed of. Ooh, very nice. That was the first time I've broken a pick on an apprentice lock in a hot minute. Still, it's all XP to me. I'll take another ranking magic up, please. Let's see. How much much has my speech improved? Not terribly much. What is the next Dyphon Feven? Oh, lifting gold's easier. Took me forever to remember to level up those points. Natural Defender, didn't it? I think I will take this and invest a single point in Overdraw. As they expect that to trigger. Oh, Dwemer lovers. Okay. Another apprentice door in my path.
Where'd you come from?
Yeah, you can keep your sundries. Oh, this is familiar. Seeing it from the other side? Oh, sure, I could play the puzzle, but it's gonna let me just right over it. I will cheat. Oh, Sarah. There, I'll bet that's the place. Animal chlorine? You know what? I will die not knowing how to pronounce that. know what? I'm retiring in animatronics division. Pretty. Well. Oh, unlucky. Someone's kept captive here? Yep. Unlucky. Eyeless creatures took us in our sleep. I don't know what happened. The Kaiji brothers were... We never saw them in the cell. I managed to pick the lock. We made a break for it, but got split up. Sully yelled something about not leaving without finding what he came here for. Uma chased after him. Yag and I tried for the top of the cave shaft, but one of the ramps was broken. Without a hesitation, she grabbed me by the scruff of my tunic and threw me atop the ledge. Told me to run, and I did. I didn't look back. I just ran like a coward. I could hear her fighting them, and I just had to get away. I didn't even notice the arrow in my shoulder until I hit here. Oh, that's what I picked up. Poor blighter. I swear, what are the Daedric princes must have it out for expeditions? In Skyrim in general. Bane of the Dead, Various Magic. Kind of a nice touch that doesn't even have weapons in it. I know Skyrim better than to know that's planned. That is luck of the draw. Just so happens to be fitting this time.
Where'd you come from? Done and done. Where'd you come from?
Greater soul gem for me. Oh! Still have Harvok's skull. No, so on one of my... I accidentally had Serana... Oh joy. Falmer. I mean, every now and again the journals lie, but I was hoping... I was really hoping.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I'll take that ruby. Ah. Is anybody wondering it go deep? Oh, hey, Ambient Aktosh. I've been looking for one of those for quite some time. Quite some time. No, like, I was today's years alone when I bothered to read up on lore, and it turns out Ebony may in fact be just the congealed blood of a god.
Who's there?
No, seriously. I didn't know about the Lost God, and like I've been meandering through some extra lore vids. And as I put it, when it comes to the lore of Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls in general, keep going until you feel your eyes glaze over or you get annoyed, then stop. Because the Elder Scrolls lore is both entertaining, strange, and contradictory. So I can put it, pick your favorite and stick to it. It said the Falmer came for them. Not quite. Split the difference? There we go. Master locked with a neutral positioning. Well, it must be my birthday. I love that little companion device. I don't know why I care. Well, whatever else is going on down here in Falmer Discount Dwemer Metal Warehouse. It seems like they're shielding the eggs. Truce! Yog, stat.
Done and done.
Oh, I really wish you wouldn't have done that, Serana.
Who's there?
Now going to rest. Rest well, Yog. Excuse me, Yag. Great, Diego and his friends. These ones seem to have learned to live side by side with the Tamer. Well, the automatons anyway. As long as you use it, that means they are slightly smarter than the average. Are you fighting up there? Thinking your chorus beasts. I really don't like that. Oh, that's you, Sparky. Hardened helm.
Who's there?
Oh, it's already in my collection. That seems very, very odd to me. Just thinking about it. Considering how differently Falmer do everything, I'm surprised they don't have their own alchemy stations and forging stations. I'm just saying, Bethesda missed an opportunity to flesh out the culture. Oh, you've been revived. I'm like, where the hell did you come from? There's a single room. How did I miss you?
Who's there?
What? I didn't trigger anything that wasn't already there, Trashkin.
Must be gone now.
I don't know how that one got confused, but it did. Oh, wrist wrappings. They really love their poisoned mushrooms. Well, I have to admit, that is very creative. Right. Down we go, and down we go. Where it all ends, who knows?
Where'd you come from?
Frost isn't really effective against me. I'm kind of conservative about how often I use
That'll teach you.
those. Would you stop reviving every dead body here? You're ruining the environmental storytelling, Serena. I appreciate you're using what the environment gives you, but make it real hard to work out who met their fate and where. Well, waste not, want not with human flesh, I do suppose. Pair of arrows. Iron. Where they were a decent shot. Would have been nice to have known their name. Seems like a down. Wait, is that the return? No, I sincerely don't need any more cars, eggs, but since I'm here anyway. So that was Solo, I think.
Who's there?
Pretty sure something else hit that before me. You been holding on me as an archer, Sarana? If so, I'm actually mildly impressed you could hit anything from up there. Alright, here we go. Oh, which reminds me. Wanna swap back to them plain bolts for a minute. I'm thinking, how do those bolts look? Do I even equip those? No? Alright. Well, if you prefer a swelter, sleeker style, equip bolts. They don't even show up. Oh. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at here? I'm like, I completely forgot about those. Cathedral. Yes, for lack of a better term. Okay, try to mind the pressure plates this time, Sarana. Damn it, Sarana. Torch. So I made it here. At least this far.
By the blood.
Yeah. It's a hell of a sight. And stay down. That did it. Wait, silvered armor's an option? I'll be damned. Well, that's going in the collection. Now I'm finding all the god amulets. Game's real stingy with those. Or real generous, depending. The annoying part about these car species, you can murder all of them. Pop right back up due to the egg factor. Now, shield. I'll take the skeever tail, certainly. That's embarrassing. There we go. Why did it show itself still locked for a second? Weird. Oh joy. Woo! Heavy arrows. Silver. Key to the left. Darn it. Oil. They're heavy, but why not? Oh, somebody else downed one? The heaviest thing it picked up is 40 pounds anyway.
Sella, let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough death?
Oh, of course you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back, so you can have all the glory for yourself.
Who's
Someone
there?
there?
Oh, gee, Heck, I just want to have you guys get the hell out of here. They just talk this out like humans. No! That is a spiffy looking axe. Oh, yeah. Let's go on a collection. Targe of the Blooded, heavy armor. Wing bashing does 3 points of bleeding damage for 5 seconds. Excellent for your sword and shield builds, however, unfortunately, it does not benefit from any smith perk from what I've read. What? I do research. Turn. I do believe means we can zip back down as needed. Oh, that is gorgeous. Terrifying.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Ew. back here at least once. Crimson Nirnroot. Return to your roots. Oh, why not? It's actually my first time down here in Blackreach. I knew of it, I just never got around to it. This is a hell of a setup. Oh right, the raft teeth. Should really get that done one of these days. Field journal. Okay, field journal. Let's discover the importance. Collect Crimson Nirnroot in black. Second seed Midas. I've spent a large portion of my life unraveling the mystery of the Nirn, and yet I still feel unfulfilled. The trifling sound the strange herb emits seems to taunt me, push me even harder to discover its secrets. Even after a generous and indomitable traveler became a field collector in my stead and provided me with 5 score of the Nirnroot, I was only able to muster what I consider a mediocre alchemical creation at best. It only served to strengthen my hunger and whet my appetite for the solution. It wasn't until over 50 years later that the answer to my prayers was carried into my basement workshop at the West Weld Inn. The first thing I heard was the familiar tone, that unmistakable warble unique to Nirnroot. But when I turned around, my heart leapt and a chill ran down my spine. This was indeed Nirnroot, but a variety the likes of which I have never seen. The herb was awash in a spectacular array of red hues, each leaf seeming emblazoned with innumerable variations of crimson. I couldn't move. I was completely transfixed. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined a species of Nirnroot with such unique property. After an awkward silence, I finally managed to stammer out a few questions to the traveler who brought me this rare treasure. He told me his name was Obeth Arnesan, a treasure seeker from Skyrim. Apparently, he'd been exploring a vast subterranean networks of grand caverns called Blackreach, and had stumbled across what he dismissed as noisy red weed. His expedition was largely unsuccessful, and he didn't want to leave the caves empty-handed, so Obeth picked one of the crimson Nirnroots to bring up. He said it took some time, but eventually he was put in my way, and that perhaps he'd pay a fair price for it. Before I could gather my wits and ask anything, Obeth offered to sell the Crimson Nirnroot, a sample, a map showing how to find Blackreach, and the strange key needed to breach its outer defenses. It took me mere moments to decide. Obeth left Skingrad at a thousand septims richer, but I would easily have paid 10 times that for the amount obtained. Not to obtain the sample alone. You're planning, able to pack up and sell my workshop and make my way to Skyrim before delving headfirst into Blackreach. I knew I needed to set up a new laboratory, but I wished to do so in seclusion. After making inquiries at the College of Winterhold, of which I was an honorary member, I was directed to speak to Vrosa Serif, a student of botanical alchemy who had a small farm near the city of Riften. By bartering my knowledge of Nirnroot cultivation, I was able to secure Serif Farm as a launching point for my field research. I kept the knowledge of the Christian Nirnroot secret of Bursa's, but imparted everything else I knew to her. in exchange for hospitality. A few months pass. I was finally able to enter Blackreach, use the rune lexicon that Obeth had provided, and descended into the depths. My goal was to gather enough crimson Nirnroot to produce my greatest alchemical creations to date. I was certain of it. I was certain it would take at least 30 of them to provide the necessary catalyst. This brings me to my initial research. At the present, my initial research seems to indicate the crimson Nirnroot has a similar affinity for moisture as the garden variety, but also maintains some sort of symbiotic relationship with the environ's fungi that inhabits Blackreach. It's my guess that the fungi itself is the source of the water, absorbing it from the moist subterranean air like a sponge. This provides an ideal environment for Nirnroot to grow. Unfortunately, the crimson Nirnroot appears to have a vastly shortened lifespan, and there are no way plentiful down here. Gathering 30 of them will be quite the challenge, but hopefully the denizens of the Blackreach will allow me to gather my samples unhindered. Oh, about that. What the hell shot you with dwarven arrows? Nope, seriously, they all use bolts, and it's all constructs down here. Leather boots of hauling, huh? I think I actually need those. No, seriously. I don't believe I have increased carry capacity. On my list of enchantments, that's actually a huge get. Uno momento, Trashkin. Well, hell, Trashkin, I knew I forgot something, and that something was time. We are about at the 2-hour mark. So I think this is an excellent place to pause and wait for the next episode. I want to make more progress, but, well, needs must when the devil drives, and, well, I'd have to take a break anyway. I gotta get ready for work at the old trash heap. So, I'd like to thank you all for coming out. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to remind you, if you enjoyed yourself and you haven't already, you can always join the Trashkin and I around the trash fire when it's lit by subscribing. It helps out the channel and means you can be let in on when the trash fire is lit if you choose to with the bell. That's up to you, Trashkin. You can always check back in on your favorite trash bear when you care to. And of course, likes and comments are always welcomed. And even the dislikes. You're a big, strong Trashkin. I'm not going to tell you what to like. So, until next time, I've been your humble host, Raspa Trash Bear. And I'd like to remind you all. Do you need to do that now? Thank you. Appreciate it. Serana, you have the strangest taste in blacksmithing. I'd like to remind you all to count your spoons, hydrate, medicate, and take care of yourselves as best you can. Don't forget to tell the people you love you give a good damn. Go play some games, good night, and I'll see you all in the next one.